Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Nights Messages of Love from Above. I cannot believe here it is, another Sunday night. The weekends just fly by, and I'm excited to find out what are the messages Spirit is going to be bringing through for us over the next couple of hours. So, before we get started into that, we do enjoy sending love out to the world. So, we're going to do that first. I'm going to take a big, deep breath and just come back to right here, right now, outside of all of the world. And whether you're watching this live or on replay, we can join together outside of space and time, where this love exists and originates, and we bring it down into our heart. We allow it to fill our whole being up, and it flows out to the world, encompassing the planet in a beautiful ball of energy of unconditional love, permeating every cell, every nook and cranny on the planet, filling the entire bubble with love, sparking those who are ready to move higher in their love vibration. Beautiful. And if you are in need of unconditional love this evening for your heart, for your mind, your body, a situation, a relationship, a loved one, whatever it may be, we send love to you and to them and to the situation right now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and helping create the space for that beautiful energy. And before we start the readings, I always just like to make sure everyone knows I do have a weekly giveaway on Monday. So, last chance, you have the rest of this evening. Here's the link to the video. I think I did the right one. Yes. um, and so I have been celebrating reaching 1,500 plus subscribers on YouTube. So a big thank you to all of you who are my subscribers. And of course, I can't do that without you. I love just the community and the soul family that we are creating here. It's just beautiful. I love your energy. I love how you support one another. I love your senses of humor and your thirst and hunger for spirit. So I wanted to give a little bit extra back. So the last 2 Mondays, I've been giving away a 1 hour personal recorded reading and 5 15-minute personal recorded readings. So that's what I'm also giving away tomorrow. So I'll have 6 winners. After I wake up in the morning and have some breakfast and some coffee, I'll close out the contest, or the drawing, not a contest. And then I'll record the winners and put that out there. And then Tuesday, I always put out the drawing for the next following Monday, letting you know what's going to be the drawing is for and how you can enter that. I have some little extra ones I'm going to put for the following Monday. So if you have subscribed already, if you go into your the little notification settings and you have all selected, then that's perfect, because then you'll get notified of winners, the new drawings, and then of course any new videos they put out, and you get notified when I'm going to go live as well. I usually put out a little signal an hour before it'll appear in your notifications, and you can actually jump into the chat then an hour before and get in line and put your question there early. So it's like getting in line for a concert with no reserved seats. You just get in line, and so that helps out there too. Also, this weekend we put out the April monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign. So if you haven't checked those out, you can look at those. And this morning, put out a new pick a card, which is what's the next step towards your life purpose. So you can check that out for some additional messages from Spirit if you feel so inclined. And then also there was another pick a card last week in the middle week. Where can you use light in your life? So those are those. I think this week I'm going to back off to do one pick a card a week because I'm going to start working on some other stuff. So I'm excited for that too. All right. So that's the blah, blah, blah. Let me go ahead and get my desktop all set up here, and we will get in to the readings. If you are new to my channel or to these readings, how I handle the free readings, I do go in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. There's no special, list or anything like that. The chat is the list, and I just go down in order as they're there. If you, don't want to put your business out there, I understand. And you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows your heart. They're the ones bringing the messages. I'm just the radio that plays the radio station, so I don't need to know if you ask for a general reading. They'll bring through what they are wanting to communicate. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, and I will step out of the free readings to complete those. I prioritize them, and I dive deeper into those as well. When I'm done, I come back, and then I continue going on down where I left off for the free readings. To make a donation, you can just use the super chat down below. It's a little dollar sign or something like that, and YouTube does take a third of that for administration fees, which is great. They offer all this for free, right? But if you're wanting to make a donation another way, if you check out the pinned comment at the top of the chat or in the description box of the video down below, it does have links for my Venmo, my CashApp, my PayPal, and Square. So you can do that as well. No specific dollar amount needed for donations. I know everyone's financial situations differ from day to day, from person to person. So a dollar or a penny to someone can be $1 million to them, and $1 million to someone could be like a penny because of where they're at and everything else, right? So a donation is a donation is a donation. All right. So that is what it is all about. And we are good to go. So I am going to be using the Mystical Moments Tarot. Once again, beautiful deck here. I really like it. And so we will get started. Yeah, so we'll start at the very top. I do not have any donations, so we'll start with the first free reading, Doll Face Diva. And you'd like a message from Spirit. Absolutely. So let me just shuffle here. Let's see, what do they want for you? All right. All right. So you do have this time of transformation with emotions, which I really like for you, because you're moving, the Five of Cups is having been reflecting on some disappointments and, the lower vibrational energies. The Five of Cups is a great reminder for us that there's no right or wrong emotions. And we come down here on purpose to feel these emotions because we don't get to feel them back home on the other side. And so there's this awareness that it's okay to feel these. We don't have to live here, though. We always have another option. There's 2 cups up here, which represents our power of emotional choice in each moment, which, we're able to choose those lower vibrational emotions that are related to fears of losing conditional love, being rejected and all those fun, delicious nums. And then also the unconditional love of up above. Neither's right, neither's wrong. They just bring us different experiences. They're just on different degrees of things. During my contemplation this morning, I was reading from a book, and it was really it just blew my mind to think, you know, like temperature. We've named warm and cold, but where does warm become cold and where does cold become warm? It's just all different degrees on like a thermometer. So we think hot would be very, very at the extreme, and cold is at the very, 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 lowest level. But where amongst it does it change from hot to cold? It all depends on an individual, right? And that's the thing with all of our emotions too. We have unconditional love to understand it more. So we came down here to experience conditional love. But where does it switch? It's all love. It's just different degrees and different vibrations of it. So you're able to understand that, this is a lower vibration we felt, and we can feel a higher vibration, which we bring into the Six of Cups, which is our nostalgia card. It's looking over past memories and realizing, oh, okay, so when I experienced these emotions, I didn't have to choose those. I could have chose differently. So can I choose a different emotion around it now, looking back, feeling my power of emotional choice? That, yeah, I chose fear because that's my little child self was feeling unsafe and out of control. So when that person said that and did that, I took this on as the meaning, the emotional meaning, or the emotional energy that I generated around it. But now I can go back and look at it and go, that little child anymore. I can release that emotion. I don't have to hold on to it anymore. Just let it flow and it transforms. So I like this kind of emotional transformational period you're going through here, which does bring new opportunities in the outside world because of it. So those emotional energies are bubbling underneath the surface that are creating energies that we don't even realize they're bouncing around uh, with other people, having walls between us and things. And as we transform these energies, these forest fields drop where we can go places and allow things in that we weren't feeling like we were able to before, if that makes sense. So, a beautiful transformation of emotional um, energies is what I feel spirit is bringing to your awareness. So, I like it. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And Christy Okana, hi again. Welcome. Good to see you. And can you get a general reading for the month of April? Absolutely. Let's see what they have going on here. Just these two. So you do have the Four of Cups, emotional stability, just a really strong foundation of emotions in the month of April, four being the month of April. Page of Cups, two, new love, new higher love. The Four of Cups usually has three cups that are down here, and of the fourth cup being offered, it would almost look like it was probably more on this side. It's like being offered to you. And I like this because it does show that there's movement, newness. The three cups that are normally down below, the traditional Four of Cups has someone like leaned up against a tree, bored out of their gourd, is what I say. They're just like, that regular emotions that I felt before, boring, not feeling fulfilling at all, not as advertised. Sure, the ad said it's going to be the best thing ever. Your tongue is going to celebrate and cry tears of joy when it sips from that cup and you drink it and you're like, ugh, this feels like it's flat. It's like soda that's been left out for too long. It's like, and then you're offered this Ace of Cups, this chalice, the Holy Grail, which is full of the unconditional love up above the essence of the love of the creator of all things. And you drink just a little bit of it. It's like nectar. You're like, mwah, I love it. And it just transforms things. It really shows you just a picture of the love and how much you are loved. And suddenly you're like, I'm being transformed into a chalice myself, and you get to be filled up with that love, and then it boils out and it overflows over out into the world because you're just this giant waterfall that's filling you up and flowing out. So I really feel like the month of April for you is just this. I know that you've been like looking into self-love and the unconditional love above, and it's all been going into here. But I feel like in April it just kind of drops into your heart. You know how like you know things, but then you're like, I know it. It's like I knew it, but now I capital K know it within my heart and my soul. It just bing, and that's what I feel happens. Hope you enjoyed all my noises and my talking with my hands. So that's what they have for you, Christy O'Connor. Many blessings to you. I'm excited for you. All right, Daisy, you are up next. Will you get good grades on your upcoming final exams and projects? Ooh, 3 more weeks left. You don't need any luck. You don't need any luck. I feel like we want to pull from the Soul Journey lesson cards here. All right. Too funny. So you got the discipline card here. So you're going to be put on disciplinary action. I'm just joking. It says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Boom. There you go. From your angels, your soul has a goal, but it has also chosen to incarnate into a world of distractions. Earth is a dimension of obstacles and challenges, but you have been given discipline as your birthright. It's time to remind yourself what your soul has come back to this planet to learn. This is a great opportunity to reevaluate your priorities and go about your daily tasks with a new system of managing your life instead of being the passive recipient of whatever comes your way. Distractions can easily get us off the work of our soul, and if we give in to this apathetic impulse, we can miss many well placed and pre planned teachings needed for our inherent growth. Learn that the satisfaction of a task completed is more emotionally rewarding than a task delayed. So, definitely, this is all about you having the discipline as you've had all year long, uh, that you accomplish what you set your mind to. And you have a brilliant mind. And as always, when you set your mind to doing well, you do well. And I love it. So it's basically spirit, and the angelic hosts that surround you going, you have the discipline, you're going to apply it, you're going to do great. Here we go. But don't procrastinate and slack off. Continue to do what you've been doing because obviously it has been very successful for you. So that is what they have for you, Daisy. So you heard it here first. So love and light to you as well. Many blessings, Daisy. All right. Hey, Rhonda. Hello. Oh, you're too sweet. I am glad to see you. Good to see you. Feeling your love energy. And you'd like a spirit message for love. And let's see what they have for you here. Since I take a quick sip of my green tea. All right. Let's see what we got here. Wow. You got a huge spirit. Definitely spirit is here in your heart. And I mean, you've got the Three of Cups. We're going to start here because the Three of Cups is your spiritual posse. It's your guardian angel and all your angels and all your spirit guides and all these loved ones who are on the other side already, and your ancestors. And also you've got your leprechauns and your fairies and your unicorns, all those beings of unconditional love and light. This is them saying, we are around you 24/7. You are never, ever, ever, ever alone. And we never sleep. We're there all the time, giving you love, talking to you, speaking with you. And so this is them definitely encouraging you. It's like this invitation to come party with them, come interact with them, ask them to meddle in your life, ask them to show you signs and synchronicities and all sorts of stuff. They are dying to bring more and more and more into your life. Because here you have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is the chalice, the Holy Grail. This is truly the love from above. It's the love that we're all searching for. Everything else on the outside world falls so short in comparison to this. So again, another card representing the upper love from up above. And look, all that beautiful yellow transformative butterflies. Let's see. There it goes, a little clearer. So definitely another calling of love from above, drawing to the love from above. And then you have the moon too. And so the moon definitely very about, our psychic abilities, our connection to spirit. Speaking of flooding spiritual energy, I'm like burning up now. So we've got all this beautiful, beautiful invitation to go inward and upward and inward and upward. And I just feel like it's such a message in our lives that eventually we just get tired, just sick and tired and disappointed in the love of the outside world, because it will continue to fall short until we are turned inward and upward. And then we're like, ta-da! That's the love that we've been looking for. And it fills us up, that giant hole in our heart that we fill. When we try to fill it with the outside love, it's like having a huge crater and it's going with this little pebble. When the pebble's right here in front of our eye, it looks really big. Then when we toss it into the crater, it's like you don't even hear it hit. It's so small. You're like, it just makes you realize the size of the hole in our heart. It feels even bigger. We're like, I thought this was going to fill it up, but not even do anything. And we have enough of that where we're just like, this is going to take forever trying to fill up this huge crater with pebbles. And then we turn inward and upward and boosh, it's full, like boom, like that. And then everything on the outside world, since it's full, we take a pebble and we go, oh, this is pretty. I throw it on top of the pile. It's already full. I'm overflowing. And there's this wholeness there, this wholelessness with a WH wholeness, right? So I like that for you. The message of love, it's just coming in very strong from the spirit world, that they have, it's like they're sending invitations. I don't know if you ever watched Harry Potter. What they're showing in my mind is in the first movie of Harry Potter, when he was getting invitations from Hogwarts all the time, and it would here an envelope appeared and they would throw it away. Another one appeared, his aunt and uncle and all of them would throw it away. They throw it away, and then more would appear, and then more would appear, and then they're like, okay, everything's done. There's no way any can get in, and then the house shakes, right? And all these invitations come flooding in through the chimney, busting in through the mail slot. And it's just like, so I feel like there's these invitations that have been coming in for you to come join them, come connect with them. And now they're just like flooding you with all these messages of connect with us. We want to connect with you. So I love that. I mean, what an honor. I just feel like they want to party with you. So that's what they have for you, Rhonda, right now. So many blessings to you. Much love to you. All right. Up next, we have Dajona Sturgis. What good things are coming in April? Let's take a look here. Whoa. All right. Things are flying around here. Wow, so definitely some new beginnings in April. It makes sense here. Here's the Emperor, Aries energy. We just went in here, we just started Aries season here last week with the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere, fall equinox in the southern hemisphere. So boom, here comes this new Aries energy coming in. more fiery energy with the wands, which is new passion, new inspiration, new stepping forward. And it has to do with you taking the seat, the throne. You know, the emperor has, you know, of course, a whole hall, a throne room full of advisors. You know, that's what I call everyone. Everyone that has an opinion about what my life should be. Thank you, advisors. I really appreciate that. But I'm the king. I'm the emperor of my kingdom. And when I've had enough of everyone telling me, you know, advising how my life should be and what I should do, I go appreciate the information. Now, everyone, please leave the throne room. I'm about to make my decision, my proclamation. And I feel like in April, you make this proclamation internally and maybe even externally, that you're like, this is what I want. And I'm putting, you know, I'm listening to people's opinions, but I don't have to take them on as my own. I don't have to be afraid. I am the emperor. I'm the one with the authority. I'm letting things go. And you have this passion, this drive, this event, or maybe even a person that you're just like, this is what I want. This is what I want to pursue. This is where I want to invest my energy. And this is what I'm going to do. So, boom, that's what you are going to put down, your truths. So that's what they have for you, Dejona. And I'm excited to see what this is that you're going to proclaim. Excuse me. And that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. That's right. Party time. Party time. You're so funny. All right. And now we have Spiritual Gifts Diva up next for the next free reading. So what does Spirit want you to know right now? I feel like someone is really smiling down on you from up above. I just see this very kind face. That's just, they just have like this simple grin of, and you can just see the love oozing from their eyes for you. So if you have someone that you were very close to on the other side, I just feel, and I feel like it's a feminine energy. It's just smiling, just like, I'm so proud of you. You know, it's that kind of energy. And that was coming through. And then bam. There's a spirit message here of patience. You know, this temperance as things are unfolding, things are, you know, going back and forth, the tempering of the base metal of bronze or whatever turning into gold. It takes time, and they're just saying be patient. It's well worth the result for the end. It just takes time for this to transform, for these things to happen, and to trust that, you know, trust divine timing, and trusting that whatever is taking removed from your life is removed on purpose, for a purpose, to make space for new things to come in and to clear the path for you to move forward. So part of the process of the tempering and the changing and the transformation, part of it is some things do get removed, some things that no longer serve, some things that are no longer needed for where you're headed. And that's okay. You know, some relationships, some friendships are in for just a season, for a moment, and they aren't for forever. And that's okay, you know, because it opens up space for new things to come in. So I really like that for you. And that's the message for you right now. So I like that for you. So much love and many blessings to you, Spiritual Gifts Diva. Esther E., you'll be the next free reading coming up here. And so it's Esther E. Hi. I like your hi. Excuse me. So what does your future, the next couple of months, have in store? Let's see what Spirit wants to give you a little preview of here. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see here. All right. We definitely have this wonderful emotional energy that's coming in. I mean, the Ten of Cups is like your cup runneth over, you feel full, and the emotions are flowing out into the outside world too. And the Queen of Cups, of course, rolls over all the emotion, but this also is diving deep. She is double water, because all queens get water, and she rolls over water. So she's like 2.2 parts water, which gives her wonderful abilities to dive deep, 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 where people can't go. It also is where we connect so greatly and clearly with spirit too. So I feel like your spiritual connection, the clarity is just the static is becoming less and less, which means like fear noise is becoming less and less, and unconditional love energy and vibration, it's taking you up into a higher place. And I feel like the culprit or the cause of it is the Magician card here. And you're really stepping into your power in addition to really fine tuning and taking time to connect to your emotions and to spirit. The Magician card is like owning your power, owning your Ace of Wands, which is whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And we sometimes don't realize how much power our our choice does. We have every moment is a mental choice of what story we're applying to a situation. Is it good, bad, ugly? Is it of unconditional love or fear? Emotional choice every moment of unconditional love or fear. But the energetic piece is what this focuses in on with the Magician card about, am I focusing on what I'm grateful for, what I do want to draw in, focusing on that unconditional love, enjoying peace and laughter and all that gratitude of the upper realms, and that grows and that expands. On the flip side, when we're focusing on what we're fearing, like if I fear something's going to leave my life, my energy starts to repel it out. And if I fear something's going to come into my life, my energy starts to draw it in. Same thing as if we're focusing on what is in our life that I don't want. Why is it getting bigger? Well, because you're looking at it. That's what I would tell spirit. Go, why is that getting bigger? And they're like, because you're focusing on it, and so you're feeding it. It's growing. What do I do? They're just, look over here. Look over what you're grateful for. Oh wow, like it's bigger. I said, but what's happening to that? Why is it getting bigger again? They're like, because you're looking at it again. Just gently go over here, focus on this. And it became this habit of what am I focusing on in each moment? Because if I focus on what I'm missing, what I feel I'm missing in my life, I miss it more. It moves further away, or more things to miss also come in, because our energy is basically begging for more things to miss because I'm focusing on it. Well, if you're looking at it, you must want more of it. No, no, let me look over here. And so something that I did in those periods of time, I actually set like an alarm on my phone for every waking hour. I had a little silent vibrating alarm, so I wouldn't disturb anyone else, but it was my reminder to like come back to now, come back to gratitude. Whatever it was, I wanted to draw my attention back, because I'd get drawn off into looking at the accident that happened. Like, what is that devastating thing, and like, why is that becoming bigger in my life? They're just like, oh, that's right. And so these reminders on my phone would go off, and I'd, oh, that's right. And I'd drift back, and they're like, oh, that's right. And it was just this gentle, non-judgmental reminder of what I was focusing on. So I feel like that's what they want you to focus on. It's just a tidbit of what's coming here in the next couple of months, but definitely, I love what is headed your way. So many blessings to you. All right. So up next, we got Mars. So, oh, okay, boom. Okay. So after you first met, did he overall feel anything romantic, a crush, or was it friends? Okay. So were you in the friend zone or the romantic zone? Well, passion. The Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands. A lot of passionate energy. So crush, more crush energy than romantic, because it's not cups. This is like they see you and they're like, wow. And they're, I sometimes say the difference is like, I'm really attracted to you versus I love you to the ends of the earth. It's not that. It's I'm attracted to you, which is great. We want both eventually, right? But I feel like they're kind of in that maybe are they a fire sign? I can't remember, but it's just like this attraction. It's like, come on, simmer down. What are you, 16 years old? But that's what I feel is coming through Mars. So that's what they have for you. All right. So we'll continue. Whoops. Let me just move this over a little bit. There we go. All right. And then we are to Melisa Correa. You are up next. So a reading around money and career. Let's see what they have here. So I do see here you've got this the Knight of Swords represents movement of mind and thought and belief and mindset. And I kind of feel like there's two things that they want you to know here. One is that you are changing your expectations. You're changing your viewpoint on what you want as far as career, and the combination of money and career together really. And the Knight of Swords also is like this pursuit of higher knowledge. So if you're looking at getting certification, going to school, going back to school, doing something, learning something new, this very much supports that. Along with these two here, because you have the Ace of Wands, which is new inspiration, new passion, wanting to head into something new that really comes in very strong for you here, especially with this Three of Pentacles, because the Three of Pentacles is a card of spirit saying, be the true, authentic you. Try to step away from the expectations of what everyone has told you should do, you're supposed to do, you need to do, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, you're smart. You should be a doctor or, go into IT and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, okay. And you're like, oh, that's not really what I really think I want. Don't know what I want. But we're following the path that other people have nudged us to. But with these three cards combining, I feel like money is okay, but it's not going to make you feel full and whole. And I feel like it's like spirit is just encouraging you to pick something where you can be the true authentic you and express your skills, your desire, uniquely share that unconditional love in your heart with the world in your way, doing it your way, not doing it everyone else's way that they're trying to have you do it. I feel like it's a time for you to just really, if you're not sure what you want, step away for an afternoon, a day, a weekend, whatever you're able to do, and just really go, what is it that I love to do, and what I would, and why do I love it? Sometimes I'm like, well, I love to do that because I like the praise I get, from people. And it's like, oh, because I'm making them happy, but I'm not happy. Eventually, it's not going to be enough. It's like, what makes my heart sing? And that's what I feel like they're kind of nudging you to look into, because in the end, making a lot of money, there's billionaires that kill themselves because they feel so empty, because they were after the pursuit of money and not to make their heart sing. And there's people who doing what they love, and that's worth so much more than money. What do they say? That we spend so much of our lives trying to make money that we use to get our health back, because we were investing so much money and we weren't, doing the stuff that makes us happy. We were doing things out of fear. But when we do things we love, we have health, we have vitality. Usually when we're doing something we love, the abundance comes along with it because we're not focused on it. We're just like open so much for it. So that's what I feel is coming through for you right now, Melisa. So many blessings to you. Excited to see what that is. Oh, very good. Yeah. So there you are. So very much a validation of your path, as long as psychology, which I feel like psychology, you love that. You love the mind and transforming and helping people transform things. So I like it. Very good. All right. Ms. Draw, you are up. You'd like some divine guidance. Let's take a look here and see what do they have here for you. Well, all right. All right. Well, there's this wonderful rebirth coming here for you. The King of Cups, very emotional. I mean, they rule over emotions. All the water. And I don't know. Are you a water sign? I don't know. I just feel like there's this strong water presence in your life, and there's this balancing that's coming in of heart and mind. And it brings this rebirth. The death is like a death in birth. It's a rebirth type of energy where you're moving from like one out I don't know how to feel, like you're at one out of balance place, and it's like, whoa. But it's this rebirth that's coming over here allows a wonderful um it balances out very fast. It's like we go from one extreme to the other, but then it also, it's like ching ching, and then it's, balanced, perfectly balanced, as perfect as we can balance heart and emotion. But it feels like a wonderful change in your life, a very powerful, of course, a major arcana card like the death card means a significant rebirth. And that King of Cups with the royalty just really is about this wonderful balancing of emotions with mental um, awareness that comes in. Just feel like there's things, these ahas that happen in your mind that draw you out of your heart, but not completely out. But it's like it draws it out enough where it's this beautiful, again, balance. Your life is balancing out, and that's what's coming through. So that's what they have for you right now, Ms. Draw. I like it. So many blessings to you. All right. Very good. All right, Grace, you are up next. So a general reading for you. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. So you are going through this emotional balancing stage here. You're being drawn into a hermit mode a little bit, just to reflect on emotions and looking at what did I have before and what didn't, it's like this. I've done what I've always did and I got what I always got. So what did I get and why did I get that? What do I want to do different? And the hermit is taking you inward to reflect on that, and this beautiful bright light at the end of the little fishing pole here is your higher self in the spirit world that are guiding you and allowing you to see the things that you want to see that will help transform things and help you see things from a different perspective, because you do have relationship coming up here in the future. And like before this happens, they've kind of slowed down the pace a little bit with this hermit card, because they're like, yeah, if you did what you always did, you're going to get what you always got there. And they're having an intervention for you, which is your soul is along with that, of course. And I mean, you're like, yeah, I wanted an intervention. I don't want to do that anymore. I want something new, something heightened, something so much more that I feel I deserve, instead of getting, really, I got that, so it's a beautiful transformation, a beautiful awareness time, with Spirit guiding you, allowing you to see the things, that the belief systems that you have, like underneath the surface, and why do I feel that way, and why do I feel like there's this block, and it's like, well, there's something underneath the surface that's creating it. And we're like, where's that coming from? And if we trace it back, oh, it's coming from me. And it's like, okay, well, why is that happening? I feel like this is like a investigative time of the heart for you for this transformation. So I like it for you. And that's what they have right now for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. All right. And we are to K-pop. Hey. So you'd like to know about your next relationship with who? Who's it going to be? What do they want you to know about it? Let's take a look here. Wheel. So we do have the Judgment card, which is double X's. Double X, which is double endings, double new beginnings. The other Wheel of Fortune, which is endings and new beginnings. And there is this, this is your higher self drawing you up, going, you know what? We're going to pause things for a little bit here because they're wanting to slow things down. They're wanting some time. Don't know. I mean, they're busting me out because they're having me share. This is a little bit of vulnerability, but I used to be what you call a serial monogamist, which I would go from one relationship to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and my friends would be like, "So who are you with now?" Because they're like, they used to ask, "Well, how's so and so?" Like, "Oh no, that was like 3 people ago. I'm with this person now." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And then the next week, "So how are they?" "Oh no, that ended." And they're just like, "Oh my gosh, what are you going through them like, Pringles, you just." And I kind of feel like they're saying like, there was a time where they're like, "Okay, let's stop and let's, because you keep drawing in the same person over and over and over again and just in someone else's body. And so let's take some time to see that, is this what you want?" And I was like, "No, I don't." They're like, "Okay, well, let's look at some changes then. How do you want to change this?" And they're very gentle. But like I said, it felt like an intervention for me. And it's powerful. It's beautiful because it's happening for you. But they're drawing you in with this promise that it's going to make the wheels turn and change to something that feels for you, something more in alignment, something, your higher self sees everything from the higher perspective from up above. And so they know how things unfold, what is best for us, what's for our highest experience. And so they're kind of saying, just as far as the next relationship with whom, just, putting their hand up saying, let's just, it's like, cool your jets for a while and do some inner reflection. If you're looking for like a book that just helps so much, a wonderful book that during this time that I read was The Path to Love by Deepak Chopra. I will forewarn you that I did throw it across the room once because it is revealing, but I did go pick it back up moments later and finished, continued to read. But it's beautiful, it's revealing, it's healing, it's transformative. And I feel like that's what they're, focusing on right now. So be able to pick it up at a library. You don't even have to purchase it, but it's a beautiful, revealing book. So that's what they have for you, K-pop. I know, what's all that about? But that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And we are up to Divine Goddess. Divine Goddess, any blessings coming to you in the month of April? I imagine that you will. Let's see what they are. I feel like you're going to get like a Chariot card. a power of choice card. Well, yeah, in a way. Because the five of cups, I usually look at, the emotions we feel. It comes down to our power of emotional choice here. Um, and the seven of swords is revelations of what of our own thoughts and beliefs of our own have deceived us or stolen opportunities from us in our life. And I feel the combination of these, it's an interesting message coming through here, because it's like, there are so many blessings. We have blessings every second of our life. We just don't see them because of how we've been taught. This seven of swords is a blessing, means it's like a dictionary definition. A blessing has to mean one of these things. This is what a blessing has to do, right? Well, the five of cups tells us that, well, every moment I can choose for it to be a blessing or not a blessing. And what am I going to choose each moment, right? And I feel like the month of April is this putting this power of emotional choice into practice, where no matter what is happening, and you don't have to do it for your entire life because that'd be kind of boring, but just to be able to really put the finalization in that power of emotional choice to go, no matter what happens, I'm going to choose emotionally that this is a blessing, even if it's a blessing in disguise, right? So I like this for you because they're like, your April's going to be full of so many blessings because you're going to decide as much as possible to choose to look at everything as a blessing. Very interesting. So that is like your homework assignment, if you so choose to accept it. Mission possible. Not impossible, it's mission possible, to try to do it as much as you can. There's no judgment, there's no grade on it, but it's like just to see how often you can do that, and where something that you normally would look at as a curse, you're looking at it as a blessing, trusting that it's a blessing in some way. How could it be a blessing? Let me look at that. How is this a blessing for me? Whereas before I would think it was something bad. How is this a blessing? And I like this transformative energy where you're just going to feel like so blessed every single second, if you're not already. But I like that. So that is what they have for you, Divine Goddess. So many blessings to you. All right. And now we are to LA. Hey, LA. Hello. So when you told Mary the Libra about Aaron the Aquarius, did that make an impact on her? Was she shocked? Let's take a look here. Somewhat here, the Four of Pentacles is like a very balanced individual, and that makes sense with Libra being earth energy. you know, they're pretty balanced individuals, right? They're like nothing super takes them super off kilter, off balance. But the Ace of Wands is kind of like a what, but it didn't not really shock. It was just like not even startling. I was gonna say, but it was just more like, oh, really? It was exciting. And exciting is kind of it just brought some, new energy that arose. It's like, what, really? But not like to the point of like super shock, just kind of like surprised in a little way. But then, it's like after they thought about it, they're like, well, I'm not surprised, because I don't feel like anything really shocks them anymore. But I like that here. And they have the strength card here. Um, this really, I don't see how this fits into these, but I just feel like they are, okay, yeah. So, the lion represents our human self, and this is our higher self. I just feel like she has this solid foundation, this balance between the heavens and the human world, that it might be drawn out for a moment, but then she goes back. It's like the scales. It just momentarily, it's like, whoop, okay, you know. So nothing huge. I don't feel, that, I don't know. Are they, I almost feel like they would say something like, I'm old. I've seen so much. Nothing surprises me anymore. That kind of feel to it. So that is what I feel is coming through around that LA. So hang in there. And many blessings to you. Hey, lovely, lovey, Sunday blessings to you as well. Good to see you. And you'd like an energy reading on Garfield, please. Straight up, no chaser with this one. All right, Spirit, you heard her. Blunt, 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 and to the point. So, whoa. All right. So, energy reading on Garfield. What do you want? Just love you to know about Garfield. Well, we got this balancing energy between heart and mind, and the Empress, which is new birth, new. It just like it feels like they're escaping out of these expectations. It's almost, I have this feeling here with this energy that they have just had enough. You know, they wanted to see things. I know it's like they wanted to take the high road in things, but they're like, you know what? I'm tired of meeting up to what everyone else is trying to expect of me. And they're just kind of like, I'm just tired. I want to be me. And I kind of feel like, you know, the Empress sometimes is shown as someone that just is, they just throw off their clothes and they run into nature. They don't want restrictions. They don't want confinement. They don't want anything anymore. They want to go free. They want to get away from it all, away from all the watchful eyes, the blah blah blah. I just feel like, you know, it does feel like the old Victorian, you know, ages where there was just so much that, you know, was so many rules, so much stuff that there's all that, you know, they'd actually send people away to go to military school and to, you know, prim and proper university to learn how to act and how to eat and what spoons to use and etiquette and all that. And they're just like, I'm just tired of it. That's the energy I feel coming through in these two cards. They're just like, ugh, I'm just tired of it all. And they just want to do what they want to do. They just want to get away, is what I feel is coming through. So hopefully that resonates, but that's what they have for you, lovely, lovey. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Actually, it's probably, you're ahead of us, right? So you're probably into Monday already. All right. So up next, we have Felicia Fang. Hello. You want to know, will you work as a CEO assistant at your next job? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Well, you have an emperor this would be like a CEO to me, you know, because they're the ones that rule over the, you know, entire kingdom. And the star, which is this hope, this wish fulfillment, wish come true. So if that is your dream, if that's your wish, then definitely with these cards coming together, I would say that that is a yes, that you're able to, you know, assist the emperor. You get to be in the throne room. So I like it. Easy breezy. And that is what they have for you, Felicia. So many blessings to you. I like it. What a handsome king. He's wearing a wig. Too funny. That would be the next job. So if you're in a job now, then it would be the next job, is what I feel for that. Because that's the energy that I felt is it would be, it's got the Empress, which is a new beginning, a new birth. So it would be with a new job. So definitely. All right. So many blessings and self-love. You are up next. So let's read here. So you know that we have to that we can surrender our fears and not act from smaller truths of life, and not let them overpower us. Though we do come here to experience it, when we have a have to, that is, one of those expectation kind of words that always jump out to me. Have to, supposed to, should, need to, have to, all those are little words and phrases that, stand out to me on that. No, we don't have to. We could surrender fear and not act from smaller truths, or not. Neither is right, neither is wrong. We don't have to punish ourselves. Let me continue reading. I know, come on. And not let them overpower us, right? So from the day that you were not able to do treatment of one patient in a single go, you lost your confidence. Okay. Angel message and guidance on that. Because before you were so confident on your skills, you were the best student of your teacher, and she took pride in you. Well, now I see where the fear came in, right? Oh, and even she said it happens. Yeah, and it's a learning period, for the fear of inability. The fear of inability is in our mind. Yeah. When we go into fear, we go out of our minds and we're not connected to spirit anymore. We're not connected into our kind of our subconscious and the power of spirit. We're in fight or flight mode and all systems are turned off, which is how it's designed. It's interesting because if we use our power out of fear, like if my ability to learn about people and access people's memories and emotions and everything, if out of fear I used it to defend myself and used it for evil, um, that's not how spirit works, right? So as soon as my energy changes from um, unconditional love and connecting to spirit, and if I go into fear about what people will think, in the beginning, that's how I learned about the voices in my head, which were of spirit and which ones were of my ego, because the ones from the ego were not even close to being accurate, and were not consistent. When I step out of the way and then I'll go, here, spirit, you can use my body. Here's the cards. Boom, 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 and things come through. And that's kind of like with what you're talking about here. Um, you know, when we step out of the way and we look at, why am I doing this? Am I doing it for praise? Am I doing it for to feel good about myself? These are questions I ask myself. When I come back to my why, that's when the fear drops away and everything clicks back and goes into mode. When we're in fear, then if we're in perpetual spinning fear, then we're not allowing our energy, our connection to spirit, to reactivate and to go into activation mode, right? So you can look into your fears here. I will pull a card. I feel like I'm being drawn to numerology. Well, because it's in your head, right? So let's take a look here and see what they have here. All right. So completion card came flying out here, and the 9, Hermit's Journey, getting to really know you. So definitely the Hermit card is an invitation to draw inward and connecting to spirit, and they will guide you on your path, because this is your path. So this card indicates a time of necessary endings and completion in preparation for your new beginnings. With this card coming in, you're being encouraged to let go of the old to make way for the new. This may relate to a particular mindset, a behavior, a friendship, a job, a residence, or relationship that you've outgrown, or it could indicate the completion of a lesson, a period of study, or contractual obligation. Either way, this card serves as a confirmation that you must move forward with confidence and courage toward bigger and better things. Have no fear of the unknown, for you are being divinely accompanied and guided. This card serves as confirmation that you are definitely on the right path. So surrender yourself to the changes that are occurring, and you'll be led to where you need to be. Spend quiet time alone to connect with your inner guidance. For in the silence, you will be given the next logical step to take. So, in order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you toward a time of endings and completion. So, let go of what no longer serves you, spread your wings, and trust in the divine to show you the way. Your affirmation for this card: it is safe to surrender to the magical future that awaits me. Boom. So there you go. There you go, self-love. So the letting go of this judgment you've made on yourself of I failed, it's like, no, you're learning. And even like you said, even your teacher said it happens. It's learning. We all learn through that. No one ever in the history of mankind uh, hit it perfect the first time and continued to have it perfect forever. They might have had a beginner's luck and hit it perfect, and then something didn't work out, and they're like, "Oh no!" And we all have experienced it. So let your judgment of yourself go. Allow it to be, "Oh yeah, okay, thank you," and it's a period of time when you step away and look into, you know, this quiet time. Just what are you fearing? What are you fearing this means about you? You know, what do you feel? Like, what judgments do you have against yourself with these fears? What's the ultimate fear, right? You fear being rejected. You fear that, oh, this isn't my path, that I'm not good enough, that what are people going to think? Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Bring the fears up and really look at them and going, whatever. It says, Spirit just told me you're on the right path. So I love this for you. So that's what they have, self-love. So many blessings to you. I'm excited. You're going to jumpstart back in. I'm positive. All right. So that is what they have. So many blessings. And we're moving on to CC Lindsay. Let's see here. So let's take a look here. What are Kenneth's intentions towards you tomorrow? All right. So, well, first of all, there is some unknowns here. There's some, I don't want to say secrets, but secrets. There's some things that are, behind the curtain that that you're not aware of and that Spirit's not wanting to come forward yet. We have the Four of Wands and we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is this transformative energy from going from feeling abandoned and lack and out in the cold left behind and getting out of that cage of feeling low about ourselves into something where we feel we belong, joy, celebration. So their intentions are like to help move them from this place of feeling low about themselves to, being up on the roof, having a blast, celebration, joy. It can be a marriage card too, but I don't feel like, it's like a proposal or anything like that. I just feel like it's a celebration time. But there are some things that are boiling underneath the surface. But with this, I feel like it's not, the reason why they're not bringing that up is because they don't even realize it. It's like subconscious stuff that's bubbling underneath. So it's not conscious intentions, it's subconscious stuff that's in there, which is always with all of us anyway. But there's some subconscious things that are guiding them, and they may not even know why they have these um, desires or this let's say urge energy to move forward and on something, but it's there. But I feel like there is this. It's mainly this to feel better about themselves, if that makes sense. They don't like feeling abandoned and out in the cold and feel lacking, and so they want some happiness and some joy. And it seems like they feel like you will be able to do that for them, which is not your responsibility, right? I am responsible for my own happiness. And no one can hurt me. That's my job. No one can make me happy. That's my job. So I feel like that's the kind of energy there. Kind of interesting, right? But kind of quirky. Are they quirky? Do they appear quirky? Because they feel quirky. They're having some fun, energies. All right, Lindsay. Well, that's what they have for you right now, right? Proceed with caution. All right. Up next, we have Eliza. Hello, hello. And you want to know the situation of R now towards A. Oh, let's take a look here and see what's going on here. So we've got the moon and the lovers card coming in here. And I don't feel like this is like meaning they are, you know, reconciling or this love here. There's just a lot of emotional choices. The moon card, again, there's this, moon is very, very emotional. And so, it just feels so volatile. I don't know why every single time. But the moon card is there's so much that's hidden. You see like this is the water, this thing's creeping up behind her. It's like there's a lot, so much that just goes on below the surface. There's just so much emotional um, upheaval. It just feels like these churning waters that it's like a rip tide that will just rip you out to sea. And it just feels that way. It almost is like on the surface, this is what it appears to people. But there's all this that's going on underneath it. So, they had movement that was going on. They had the stuff that was moving forward towards their end. And I don't know what the holdup is, but it is happening on purpose for a purpose. That's the thing that we trust is like what it was almost like. I don't know why they're showing me. And we all have a friend like this, right? Where we're like, all right, bye, have a good time, and they're like, oh yeah, da da da, and it's like every step they take towards leaving, there's another conversation that starts. And then they take another step. Okay, have a good one. We'll see you, next week. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. All right. Bye. Okay. It's like takes them an hour to say goodbye to get out the door, right? And it feels like that. It's like drawing out. It's like, why is it not ending? Why are you drawing it out? But again, it always happens on purpose for a purpose, and we just trust the timing of it all. There's always a range of the earliest something can end and the latest something would end. It depends on the energies of people's choices, whether it's going to happen sooner or at the last top moment. And I feel like it's just got extended to, there's a time when things have to end in order for new things to happen. Fated events, where it is done for us. Like I could have, 3 months ago ended it, but now it is ended because of this thing that happens. That's outside of both of their control. But I just feel like fear, of course, is at the core of it. Of stepping out of things. But that's what they have, Elisa. I know. I know. I feel your frustration. So that is what they have for you, Lisa. So many blessings to you. All right, Kamal, you are up next. So the meetup between Saddam's family and your family regarding marriage proposal. Will it be good? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know around this meeting? Okay, what else? Oh. All right. Well, we'll start off with this card because this is really what we want to hear. The Sun card. Most victorious, abundant, positive, at least in the top 5 in the entire deck. Some people say it's the most rewarding card out of them all. So this feels like it will be good. We have the Two of Wands and the King of Wands, which is saying that there's a lot within your power of how good this turns out to be. How bright is the sun going to be? It depends on your energy, right? The King of Wands, they have the Ace of Wands, and it's them stepping into their power. The Two of Wands shows that every moment is a choice between, am I focusing on what I'm grateful for, what I do want to draw in, focusing on the positive things like unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, all that, then that grows and expands. That's our power. However, if we focus on what we fear will leave our life, we start repelling things out of our life, right? We focus on what we fear will come into our life, we draw it in. We focus on what is in our life that we don't want, we actually make it bigger. Or if we feel like we're missing something, even more things to miss, or the missingness of that thing gets bigger. So I like this, that it's it's a great outcome. I mean, it's a good outcome, but do you want it to be a great outcome? Then you focus your energy on gratitude and this lovely energy, and then that grows and expands it, makes it great instead of good, right? So I like it. It's a positive outcome either way, but if you want it to be a really, really, really good outcome between now and then, focus your energy on gratitude to Spirit, and focus on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. Just expand that energy and not feed any fears. So that's what they have for you, Kamal. So many blessings to you. All right. Maju, hello. And you are up next. So anything you need to know, what does Spirit want you to know? Let's take a look here. All right. So I feel like this feels familiar, but we've got the Nine of Wands here, and regarding new love coming in. The Nine of Wands, 9 is the hermit's type of journey of reflecting inward, discovering your power from looking within yourself. So with this Ace of Cups, normally what this means, when we have the Nine of Wands, you'll see it a lot of times represented as like 9 big wands, like bamboo, that's keeping you from moving forward. Like you feel like there's this energetic block, this force field, and you're like, I see love on the other side. Why can't I get to it? What's going on? And with the Nine of Wands, it's telling us it's being generated from within us that's keeping us from moving forward. But it's always happening for us, always. Everything always is, but this is, keeping us from moving forward until we release something emotionally to allow us to step through. And it steps into our power, one of those wands that's blocking our way. When we touch it, it lights up, and we're able to remove it because that's our power. That's where we're investing our energy. And it has this gap that you can walk through. So discovering your power has to do with understanding that wherever you focus your energy is what expands, like we were just talking about with Kamal. And So if you want to hear that, rewind and listen to their message, because I'm not going to repeat it for everyone all over again. But it's about that, wherever you focus your energy is what expands. And part of that, though, for you is looking at your, the fears we have of losing conditional love, the fears we have around new love, and all these rules we have, these restrictions around who you're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be, how it's supposed to unfold. Is it a happily ever after? Blah, 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 blah. All these rules, right? And part of that energy that's attached to it is that fear energy that is, been implanted. A lot of it's subconscious because of things you saw in your own families, TV, movies, books, all this stuff that's fed to us. We've experienced failure in love, either ourselves and all around us, to where we have all these rules and these emotional energies around that. So that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to Manju. All right. So Star Girl, you are up next. You are welcome. Come on. All right. So angel message. They want to stick here with, oh no, they want an archetype card. Interesting. Let's take a look here. So what do the angels want you to know? This is going to be a personality, either something about yourself or someone that's coming in. We'll know when the card comes out. All right, there it is. And you got, all right, so you have a prince. So I like it. So we've got the romantic charm and potential for power. And I like this prince energy that's coming in. It's someone, obviously, so the angels are saying there's a prince on their way. It's that type of prince energy anyway, because we all have, whether we're male or female or how we identify, we all have prince and princess energy. The divine masculine, divine feminine, but it's a more kind of page energy in the tarot, which is someone new, this fresh feeling. It's like not childish, but childlike, where they're just so excited about life and have so much energy and are the romantic. Obviously, he's got flowers behind. They have flowers behind their back here. And there's this energy around this of surprises and adventure. And, they don't believe in all of the, they haven't been tainted by heartbreak and all this stuff. They haven't allowed themselves to become bitter through anything. They're just like, they're very flowing. So I like this for you. It just feels like this is the energy that is headed your way, that is coming your way. And your angels just want you to know that there's this energy of this freshness, a fresh breath of air, a fresh breath from the heart that's coming your way. And I like it. So that is what they have for you, Star Girl. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Let me just scroll down here. Yeah, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up you have given the video. Thank you, LA, for mentioning it, and Felicia for mentioning it too. It's a great reminder for me. I get so caught up in the readings that I don't tell you guys enough how appreciative I am of that. It's a small thing, but it does help YouTube share my videos with more people, so you are part of the love tsunami. So thank you very much for doing that. Michaela Adams, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. Hey, KDP. Good to see you, and thank you for your donation. So can we see if Jordan, you will be able to work through your problems and stay together? All right, well, let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know around? round two, right? Ding ding. I don't know why they're showing me. All right. Okay. All right. Let me just get clarity on one thing here. All right. So we do have here, I almost feel like there, with these two cards, you have the Ace of Wands here, Ace of Wands, and then the Magician. And when I went to put these up, I had played a scene in my head. It's Harry Potter night, evidently, but the defense against the art. Wait, the art. Well, I guess the defensive class that they would have, and how they have people battling with their wands. That's what I saw with these here. That you both have such power and such energy that you invest your energy, and your energy just, there's a lot of fire and a lot of power. And so of course, like, one of the lessons that I feel they're bringing through here is just being aware of the power that you have over each other, as far as, if I'm powerful and I can make things happen with my energy, I want to be responsible with that, right? And so I feel like it's just being aware of what we focus on in each moment as much as we can, because if my energy expands whatever I focus on. And so if I'm pointing my magic wand at what I'm grateful for, then more things to be grateful for expand. So if I focus on what I do want, then it grows. And if I focus in on like unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, boom, 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 that grows, and that grows big. But if I take that magic wand and I focus on what I feel is missing, more things to be missing. I miss more, it becomes more, it comes bigger. If I focus my energy on what's happening that I don't want in my life, it feeds it, it makes it grow bigger. Basically, when I focus my energy on what I fear will leave my life, I actually start repelling it from my life. If I fear something will come into my life, then I actually draw it in. So being aware, and you can only be aware of your power and your energy, but you can also be aware of what they're focusing on. And if they're open to being aware of that and saying, you know what, you can turn it around too. You can be like, I feel like we're focusing on what's not working out well. Let's focus on, are you willing to focus on, like, just, I'm going to tell you something every day that I'm grateful about you. And then if you could tell, me something that you're grateful about me sincerely, I feel like that will help us, in our relationship. Yeah. Right. Welcome to relationships, right? Focusing on freaking out and attachment trauma. Yeah, yeah. Because, this beautiful, I feel like this was what happened before. We trust that what things are taken out of our life are removed out of our life on purpose, for a purpose. And then also things that are, because it makes space for new things to come in, clears our path for our newness. And so, we can trust that whatever is meant for us will not pass us by. And if something gets removed out of our life, we know that it's for us, and that there's this birth, there's this renewal that comes. So when the last, round one, when that tower blew up and burnt down, it allowed to build a new one. And that's what you guys are doing. You're building this new foundation. You're try not to use some of the old leftover stuff. It's like, hey, I know that's rotten wood, but let's use it to add on another room onto this. It's like, no, let's leave the past in the past as much as we can, and let's start focusing on what we're grateful for, right? Because we do have here, I mean, here is the conflicts. Yeah, here's your fears, right? and your fears too. The whole thing about battles and arguments with the Five of Swords is, that we're trying to prove that our small t truths of fear are more true than their small t truths of fear. And as long as we are trying to defend our opinion of our small t truths of fear, we're going to have battles, on guard, Here we're drawing the wands to have a battle when I feel I have to defend, like, you're not being who I want you to be. I'm going to, do this. And if they're like pointing fingers at us going, you're not being who I want you to be, I can defend them going, well, you're wrong. Or, the Five of Swords has, the Ace of Swords in the middle, which is connecting to the capital T truths of unconditional love, where I'm like, okay, we can both have our opinion and both can be wrong, and or both can be right. And it's like, okay, but do I want to be right, or do I want to be in love? Do I want to be right, or do I want to be in a relationship? Right? And it's like, okay, I see. We can allow each other here with the Three of Pentacles to still be our individual authentic selves and still love. We can have this love for someone, allowing them to express their heart and the way they want to express it. And it doesn't have to be our way. And we can also be our true authentic selves and express our heart in the way we want without them having to agree with it. We can be very loving. Like you said, you still love each other. But this is the journey, right? This is the realizing, what is it that I fear? And when because you can't help him with his fears, he has to figure that out for himself, and you get to figure out your fears for yourself. And that where trouble happens is when I start meddling out here, going, here, let me help you with your stuff. And there's a wonderful Buddhist saying, something along the lines of sweep in front of your own door. I don't go sweep in front of all my neighbors' doors. I'm just going to sweep in front of my own. And because it has plenty to be swept, and I focus on that. And that helps me, because my triggers are mine and their triggers are theirs. And the more I work on my triggers, then the more it unfolds. But I like that idea, though, too, with the watching your energy and where are you investing it? What is it bringing? And I love the idea, if they're open to it, because a gratitude journal is what I normally say for people who are trying to transform their energy. But in a relationship, one of the things Spirit brought up, which was, they're so amazing, is a living gratitude journal of sincerely each day, if the other person's willing to do it, is let's switch the energy of our relationship to focus on something that we are grateful for in each other each day. And it's sincere. It's not like, oh, I like that you pick your underwear off the floor, yay, it can be that. But the more meaningful it is and the more sincere it is, the more powerful it is too. But yeah, I feel like it's the journey. And one of the things when we want to know an outcome is one of our fears is it's not going to turn out the way I think it should, rather than focus on the journey, not the outcome, and go, you know what? I am going to enjoy what's happening right now. I'm going to pay attention to what's happening right now so I can learn from it and grow from it. And it's going to unfold perfectly. Whether that means I'm with them or not, it's trusting that it's going to unfold for your highest experience always. That's like kind of the tower that you got to. It's trusting that what comes in and out of my life is always happening for me. and we can trust that. So that's what they have. I know it's hard. It's one of the most challenging things. I think we talked about that a couple times before with, relationships are one of the hardest classrooms, but it's what draws us here too, because it's one of the most amazing experiences too. Yeah, exactly. All right, Katie, that's what they have for you right now. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And hang in there, Buttercup. All right, Madeline, thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know, will your ex H be back and does he miss you? We'll take a look here. Yeah, that is awesome. All right, let's see. Anything else about H? Will your H be back? All right, let's see here. All right. So I'm doing this in reversed order. So this is what is coming your way. You have beautiful, beautiful brilliance coming your way. Very, very much glorious. You have movement that's happening. You have this beautiful feeling of wholeness and completeness that is coming your way. So they want to just let you know that before I tell you this piece. I know it's like, oh God, what do you just tell me? Well, I don't feel like they will be back because the Three of Cups is with this energy is about a third party. It's like the Six of Wands is this movement of energy, this that they've seen someone else, that I kind of feel like they go like a hummingbird from flower to flower to flower to flower to flower to flower to flower. And I don't feel like they'll be back. I don't feel like they miss people because it's like they have a bouquet of flowers. They don't realize when it doesn't impact them when one of the flowers on the bouquet is missing, if you know what I'm saying. And that's why I feel like this is good for you, that they're not going to be back, because you have so much more. You really step into your power and your worth, your spirit with you, just really helping you realize your power. This is movement of thought and belief and mindset, where you're moving from choppy waters and from some fearful type of beliefs, and you're coming into this solid foundation here. And the Sun card is also about getting into your, like, paying some attention to your inner child and getting into your subconscious, and beautiful, beautiful transformative period that comes, that ends up bringing in this beautiful brightness and glowing and abundance into your life. So that could mean love, that could mean significant, powerful, abundant, victorious feeling of changes. And I like that for you, because I feel like, yeah, you deserve so much more than your ex. And that's why they really wanted to emphasize that, because they're basically, that they were showing me the hummingbird, going through a big garden, going from flower to flower to flower to flower to flower to flower, and just goes through it and gathers all the nectar. But that is what they have coming in here. And I know it's raw with when we lose love out of our life, that's the fear we have. But there's this hope, this power of what's coming forward, and it's so much more deserving for you. So that's what they have for you, Madeline. So hang in there. Sending you lots of love and blessings. I know it's the ex is, I know. Sometimes we fear we won't find love again. I joke sometimes, because the first and the second and the third are of out of I had like 5 long-term relationships, longish, between 1 year and 3 years. And after the first one, you feel like I'm not gonna find love again, and you find love again. You're like, yay! And then that ends. And you're like, oh, I'm not gonna find love again. And you're like, you find number 3. You're like, yay! And then it doesn't work out, and you find love again, number 4, and you're like, okay, I think I'm just going to, find. I found love again, and then after that, when you're like, oh God, am I going to find love again? So it gets better, and I like this for you. So that is what they have for you, Michaela. So many blessings to you again. I'm sorry, not Michaela. Madeline, thank you so much for your donation, and many blessings to you. All right. All right, Michaela. So yeah, I was reading for Madeline. Sorry. So Trinity, you are up now. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you want to know, what does your crush feel about you? All right, let's take a look here and see what they have. All right. So the King of Swords here. This is all about thoughts, and I feel like they do have passion here. So there's attraction, and they have a lot of thoughts and thinking. We don't have cups. Cups would be like feelings, like emotion, like I love you, I love you, I love you. This is more, I'm attracted to you. I'm very attracted to you. But they also, this isn't like a prince. This is a king. They know how to control their passions. And the King of Swords, too, especially coming in here, they are very much in their minds a lot. So they do have attraction and desire, but I feel like they're very tentative on acting on it. They really want to think things out. They really want to see, um, analyze any kind of feelings, any kind of attraction, any kind of stuff they have. I just feel like they're at a place that they don't make movement fast. They've leaped before they thought before, and they learned a very hard lesson very early. So now they overthink before they leap and do anything. So I feel like they're playing it very cool and calm, um, even though they might have a little chihuahua in their heart, just so excited that they want to express their again, it's not feeling, it's attraction. They're like, no, no. It's almost like, if I let you out, you're going to go hump people's legs. They're like, I'm going to keep you in your little kennel for right now till you calm down. And I feel like that's the kind of energy that's around it. So interesting, but that's what they have for you, Trinity. Very interesting. All right. Let's continue to look on here. So Stella, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. Oops. Grab the whole screen. All right. There we are. So Stella, you'd like a reading for this week. What does Spirit want you to know about this week? All right. Wow, you have a week of choice here for sure, because you have the Lover's card, which is emotional choice, and you have the Chariot, which is the choice card, the power of choice. And this basically tells you, I mean, this is part in here too, because the Chariot card is the choice between, it's like two things. Every moment is a choice between unconditional love or our fear of losing conditional love. So every moment is that. And it's a choice, it's a mental choice of the story we're applying to whatever's happening in the moment. So it's going to be unconditional love or some fear. It's an emotional choice, which is the Lover's card, right? Of what emotion do I want to feel as I'm going through this moment, which is either unconditional love or fear, and then also an energetic choice of where I'm going to invest my energy into gratitude and the positive and things rooted in unconditional love, or am I going to expand my fears or draw in my fears, right? So it is a week of wonderful opportunities to step into your power of choice. It's significant because you have two major arcana. Here they're not the minor arcana suits. It's major arcana, which is usually life impacting type of choices and decisions to be made that are coming in here. And so I just feel like they're letting you know that when these things appear, you get to choose what you want to choose, because the fears of losing conditional love, those are all the stories, all the emotions, all the energies we've been told are supposed to be chosen growing up, right? The You'll hear phrases, their expectations, like supposed to. I'm supposed to feel this way. I'm supposed to think this way. This is what I'm supposed to act on this. I should, need to, have to, must. When the power of choice comes in, we replace all of that with could. I could go to work today. What if I don't? Well, I won't get paid. I'll have to find another job. Do I want to do that? Not today. I'll go to work. It's the power that we get back with replacing all the should, and instead of shoulding on ourselves, we replace it with could. That's like my to-do list. It's a could-do list. I could do that stuff, or I could not. I get to choose. I get to live with the repercussions of my choices, but I don't ever have to do anything I don't want to do. If we feel it like we have no choice, it's a lie. I do have a choice. It just is a very difficult choice. If someone's holding a gun to my head and said, I want your wallet, I have a choice to go, no. And then they're just going to shoot me and take it anyway. And I'm like, well, okay, let me weigh that out here. Have my wallet, not worth it. Or I've had a good life. Go ahead. We get to choose. And that's what I feel is coming out for you this week, is a very empowering time. So that is what they have for you, Stella. So many blessings to you. Enjoy your next week. And next we are to Aurora 91. You want to know, is Daniel still invested in his relationship? Or is he thinking of ending it? All right, let's take a look here. What is going on with Danny boy? Danny boy. All right. Wow. It looks like he's undecided. The Two of Swords here is like a fork in the road, right? On one hand, they have the Hermit, like about ending it and going off and being by themselves. On the other, they have the Magician card, which is investing more energy in it and expanding the energy and making movement more and putting more energy into it, so they're kind of like, should I stay or should I go? Like that, the song. But very much still undecided. It's like they're analyzing and going back and forth between, one thing is their heart and the other thing is their mind. I feel like their heart wants to be by themselves. Their mind feels like, well, I've invested this time and this energy, and I don't want to go over it again. And I don't know if they live together or not, but I feel like I have to find somewhere to live and have to do separate stuff, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if it just feels like there's a lot of baggage, a lot of stuff that would have to be done where they're just like, is it really as bad as I think it is? It's almost like what they're showing me in my head is like, whenever you have a job that you are not enjoying and you start feeling like it's so bad and it's you start to hate your job until you start going to look for a new one and you realize you have it pretty good where you're at or not as bad as you thought you had it, because you're like, you know what? you know, I'm gonna have to like interview and all the resume and start over and blah 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 and start at the bottom and whatever. And I don't even know what that is going to turn out to be. Is it as good as they say it is? Because this one said it, this job that they were all this and it didn't turn out to be that. How am I going to believe if they are? So that's what's going on there, Aurora. So I feel like they're kind of just teetering still. And that's what's going on. So interesting. Many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. Let me see here. All right. Hey, Hadiza. Hello, hello. Ah, love you. You're in Canada. I don't know why I thought you were in Australia. That's interesting. All right. I'm just looking through here to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Okay. All right. Thank you, LA. That confirms for me too. I didn't miss anyone. So we're to Zatavia Wimbush. So how does dread feel about you? Let's take a look here. What is going on? So, there's this myriad of things that they feel about you here. So the choice card, the chariot card here, I feel, and this is kind of combination with actually all three of these, with the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. I'm focusing on the Two of Cups here with the combination of this, because this is like your ability, what they feel about you is they like your authenticity. Like you really kind of stick to your guns on you choose for you. You realize that I am the one that's going to choose for me. I'm not going to be listening to everyone's expectations and all this blah, blah, blah opinion and advice, because, everyone has a different one. And I'm going to do what I want to do. That's this. I'm going to choose what emotion I want to choose. I'm going to choose my thoughts, my energy. And, the Three of Pentacles stands out quite a bit here, in that this is like you being true to your authentic you. So I feel like you don't get drawn off trying to be what everyone else wants you to be. I just feel like you just grew tired of that very young, where you're just like, whatever, like if they're showing me like a goth chick, I don't care if I fit in or not. I'm going to be me. So kind of rebellious a little bit, in that you're like stand up for you, and they like that. They like this feeling, not that you're a goth chick that you were or you are now, but it's like that. It's this courage, this standing on your own. Not that you're volatile about it, but you're just not bothered by it. And they really like that about you, because I feel like they are kind of concerned about what other people think in the public eye and different things like that, to where, um, you know, um, they appreciate that about you, because they like that. They're like, I would like more of that too. They like that bravery. They like that, you know, energy that you have. It's attractive to them, but I don't feel like they're head over heels in love, or they're like overly, super, um, like emotionally attracted that way. Yeah, I kind of feel like they are always checking stuff out, making sure they have options and all this kind of stuff is kind of the energy that I'm feeling. And so if that makes sense, they just kind of want to keep their options open, kind of thing. But they like you, and they like these energies about you. But I don't feel like they have that for anyone. I don't feel like they want to invest in any one direction yet in their life, is what I'm coming in. So that's what they have for you, Zatavium. So hang in there. That's what they have. Many blessings for you. So sorry, let me take a quick sip here. All right. On Jushri, you are up next here. And we're getting slowly down to the list because I'm starting to get a scratch in my throat. So that's good. Sunday evening, my last time here, I'll have a couple of days to rest my voice or whatever. So a message from him on Jushri. Let's take a look here. What do you want to know? Let's refresh these cards here. Well, so we've got this it's like energy that's coming in here. This the high priestess is about stepping back and going into your high priestess temple and connecting to the higher realms, going behind the veil, diving deep into your emotions. And the King of Wands too represents like your higher self. It's the highest spiritual energy that you can experience. And I feel like it's like the messages from him got bumped, and like your spirit guides and your higher self and everyone kind of just bumped them out of the way, bumped anything with them out of the way, saying, this is a time for us that we want you to draw in and communicate with us. It's like this drawing in, not that you have to be a hermit, but they're like, we need to talk with you. We want to give you information. We want to help you move through some things. And I feel like they're saying just, they totally just like knocked them totally out of the picture. It's like someone's walking towards you and someone just kind of like boom, and then spirit's walking towards you. So I feel like the messages from spirit regarding them is, this is a time for you to step back and focus on your inner journey right now. And they totally bumped them out of the way for you right now. So very strong message there, and they don't want it to, they're just like, that's what it is. So come here, come into your heart, come connect with us. We want to have alone time with you. And so that's what's coming through. So I like that. I mean, to have them do that is a strong message. So that's what they have for you on Jushri. So many blessings. Hang in there. Enjoy your alone time with them. All right. So cheery. So let's take a look here. Pass them on to and focus on. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, blowing your nose. Let's take a look here. I feel like we want to pull here from the Soul Journey lesson cards here. So we have the purpose card, which says here, I love these greens and purples. I know what I'm here to do, but there is a purpose for, the dreams. And let me read from here real quick, but they do have other things to say. So it says, you've chosen to reincarnate on Earth for one major goal: to express love in all that you do. The obstacles of this physical dimension can distract you from that goal, and it's easy to lose your way. Life on Earth is full of obligations that require your conscious attention, but that doesn't mean you can't infuse all of your decisions with caring and compassion. Your purpose in life is not your career, Rather, your career is guided by your purpose. What activities speak to your soul? What brings you joy? That is the direction your soul is calling you toward to best convey your own unique expression of love and make a contribution to the world. If you're not happy with your current circumstances, then that is your soul telling you that there is a better way to manifest your own distinct gifts. Listen to your intuition. It is your connection to spirit and the voice of your soul. Yeah. So it definitely, the dreams that you're having, and you're wondering, why does our mind catch on negative emotions so quickly? We're in a giant amusement park full of fear rides. We come down here to experience fear, to experience all these emotions. And when we're sleeping, that is when our mind, our conscious mind, is not guarding and trying to control all the outcomes and all the stuff. And so that's when our shadow is able to bring things to us and go, here are some things we want you to look at and just realize. And if you feel like they're bad dreams and have negative things attached to them, it's because they're bringing the fears up. It's bubbling from your subconscious so that you can transform them, and then they won't impact you when you're awake in your conscious world. So if you have a dream journal, or a pad of paper or something, or if you remember your dreams, write them down and go, okay, what was my subconscious, my shadow, my angelic, spiritual posse trying to tell me? What do they want me to learn through this? What is the fear? What is that's here? It's like, oh, okay. So it's bringing it up for us to go, oh, all right, and so when we transform it, then it stops impacting us in so many different areas of our life. So, when we are like looking at them as bad dreams, we can transform that energy. And, some things you can do, because before we go to sleep, like when we're in that kind of drowsy like stage, that's when our subconscious is the most open. And right when we wake up in the morning too. So before going to sleep, like whatever you're focusing on follows you in, and your mind will, your subconscious mind will just, loop it all night long for you. So being aware of what you're listening to, watching, focusing on before you go to sleep can also impact your dream time and your sleep time. So you can, if you have an affirmation or a focus, even if it's simple phrases like, I am loved, I am unconditionally loved, I am unconditional love, I unconditionally love the world is unconditional love. And, make it simple, something easy to remember, and just keep kind of repeating that like a mantra as you drift off to sleep. And then that will help with the energies as you're going through. And as soon as you wake up in the morning, tell your subconscious what you're wanting to do. Like, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am loved. And that helps your subconscious take on these beliefs too, as you're going through it. But, when we fear we're going to have bad dreams, or I'm like, oh, I'm having bad dreams, whatever we're focusing our energy on also expands, right? And so we're very powerful energy, very powerful individuals. Like we will, if I focus on what I'm grateful for and what I do want in my life, and unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, my energy expands that. If I focus on what I feel like is in my life that I don't want, I feed it and it gets bigger, right? If I focus on what I feel is missing in my life, that also gets bigger. If I focus on my fear, like I fear something's going to leave my life, I boom, reject it out of my life. If I fear something will come into my life, I'm like, and draw it in like a fishing rod, right? So some things that we can look at with that, whatever resonates for you with those are from your angels for you. So hang in there, Cherry. It's all happening on purpose for a purpose, definitely. And it's for you, but it's not telling you your mental state or something bad is coming your way. Those are all fearful things. No, these are uh, has to do with the energy, what you're investing in it, but you can do these steps and you're going to see a transformation in those. Your approach to your dreams will also change. So that is what they have. So many blessings for you, Cheery. Hang in there. Much love to you. All right. And I'm just scrolling down here a little slow so I don't miss anything. Well, our lives are 90% our subconscious. There's a lot of stuff down there. So, and that's patient. Be patient with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Yeah. All right. So cheery. And down there, down there. We did that. We did that. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Smiley, bruh. Like the name. That's great. Right. Smiley, bruh, if you're still here, the chat is the list, so you can pop your question down there. Oh, okay, LA told you that. Thank you, LA. If I just continue to read. Hey, Infinity. All right, so Infinity, you want to know, why is Linus behaving this friendly with you? Does he have any interest romantically? He's engaged. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Yeah, I get you. So let's take a look here, Infinity. Just reshuffle these real quick here. What is this friendliness about here? Yeah, I don't see romance here. I feel like they're just it's interesting. It's like there's this um like you said, you don't know what's going on in his personal life. He's just going through, there's these changes, things are coming in and out of his life there. And Knight of Pentacles, they're pretty confident in their worth and their journey and their how they relate their worth to the outside world. So I feel like they're just confident in themselves, and they just enjoy life. I don't feel romance there. I just feel like they are just it's like they're a friendly person is like at the core of them, and they're just kind of like um, really confident in who they are, and so that it's like um, they can be misconstrued, right? So I don't feel like they're out flirting with people and looking for the next replacement of their fiance. Is that what you're saying here? Oh no, I feel like there's just they're used to they know things happen in their life on purpose for a purpose, and they know that whatever happens in life happens. I feel like they're just really happy-go-lucky type of person, and their friendliness gets misconstrued a lot as flirting because they can be overly friendly, but it's like, what is going on here, right? But I don't feel like there's like romance that's underneath there. Let me see if there's any other clarity around that here. Yeah. So we had the King of Pentacles. Again, this is them really being solid in their self-confidence. Passion here, there's attraction, and I feel like you do pick up on people's energies, and so there is attraction there, but it's like they don't necessarily want to move on that, right? um and it's like, because we even if we're in love with someone, we find people attractive, we're attracted to people, we like who someone is. It doesn't mean we try to get in their pants or whatever, but they're like, there's this uh we have connections with people, and so we get attracted. It doesn't mean that we want to take it into a different direction, but like we can really like someone and not take it into that place. So hopefully that makes sense. But I don't feel like with that tower that they're having a breakup and things. I just feel like they're just okay with, they know things come in and out of their life and everything happens for them. And I just feel like they're kind of like that way, but they like have this like, they like you, which is all right, you know. So that's what's kind of coming in their infinity. I don't feel, didn't get any cups like, type of energy of romance. There's just attraction. So that's what they have there. All right. Hi, Kai. Good to see you. And I think you are very welcome, Infinity. All right. So I have reached the end of my 2 hours. So, Darla Dennis, you'll be my last free reading. And you want to know for the week ahead. So let's take a look here. So I like this. It's a joyful weekend here. Peace of mind coming in here too. So I feel like a relaxing weekend in some ways. Then also the Three of Cups represents like getting together with groups of friends or hanging out with people too. So I feel like it's a very peace of mind type of joyful week. I like this. There's not a whole lot of, you know, um, friction or challenge. I feel like it's an easy week, as far as that you just have this invite to hang out with some friends on, a day or two, or, and then, or groups around work. You just have a good flow this week with working with individuals, with interacting with individuals, and just feels very laid back. So I like it. The Four of Swords does show that, we're looking at things from a higher perspective and we're letting some expectations go. We're not worried about some fears, that are happening. So whatever the planetary alignments are for you this week, it just really feels like you're things that would just really get under your craw some weeks. This week, they just don't matter. It's just like, oh, okay, whatever it is. And you're just like, boom. So I like it. Sounds like a good week coming up here, Darla. Right? You're like, hallelujah. But I like it. I like it. And before everyone, if anyone heads off, I want to make sure everyone knows that I do have a drawing on Mondays for a giveaway. So here's the link for the video for that. Every Monday, I give away a personal recorded reading, and I've been celebrating the last 2 Mondays, and then tomorrow, celebrating reaching 1,500 plus subscribers on YouTube. So as a big thank you, I'm giving away a 1-hour personal recorded reading and 5 15-minute personal recorded readings. So to get into that drawing, check out the video. It tells you how to do it. It's really simple. And then tomorrow I'll close out the drawing, pick winners, and put out a video. And every Tuesday, I put out the video for the following Monday, announcing what I'm giving away and how to get into the drawing. And this Tuesday, I have ideas of some other drawings that I'm going to be giving away, in addition to like a 1-hour personal recorded reading. So if you are a subscriber, make sure in your settings, for your notification settings, you have it set to all, because then you're notified of the winner videos, the drawing videos, when I'm going to go live, and then also any new videos that I put out. Like I had just put out this morning, we had to pick a card about what's the next step towards your life purpose. So here is the reading for that. And then also April's monthly readings came out Saturday morning. So if you want to check those out too, that's by each individual zodiac sign. So, and there's a playlist of a ton of different pick a cards if you're wanting to get some more messages tonight. I am off on Monday and Tuesdays from lives. I hear Wednesday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all the love and for your thirst to hear from Spirit and seeking after Spirit. It always just blows my socks off, and I love it. You guys make this such a joy to do. I appreciate your trust in me communicating with Spirit. And please know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, hang in there. Much love to you. Thank you, LA, for being a little monitor, or whatever they call that, for letting everyone know how we're going and answering questions. Much appreciation to you. And I'll see you guys soon. So hang in there. We'll see you Wednesday. Take care.